Finding great careers in Alaska for Alaskans.
We're getting you on track this Workforce Wednesday.
If you're creative and like working with your hands while making more than 20 bucks an hour, then you might consider getting into the sheet metal trade.
That's what we're talking about today. And joining us now on the couch is Carrie-Ann Carty with Alaska Process Industry Careers Consortium and Jim Letts, the president of Sheet Metal Incorporated. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Thanks for joining us.
So Carrie-Ann, let's talk about it. What are some jobs under the sheet metal trade?
Well, here in Alaska, it's mainly in heating ventilation type work, but there are some other aspects like welding and industrial fields like in shipbuilding.
Okay.
So Jim, how do you get into a line of work like this, into the sheet metal industry?
Well, you can go down to local 23 sheet metal workers local. You can grab an application and sign up that way. I got into it when I was a young kid, right out of high school, because I didn't want to take on that full college tuition.
Okay.
So it was a kind of a pay as you learn kind of situation.
Okay,
Yeah.
great.
And how is business? How can people find stability in this line of work?
Well, every building in Anchorage, Alaska has a heating and ventilation system, so we keep very busy, and we've been fortunate.
Very nice. So Carrie-Ann, let's talk about pay. What's the pay like?
Well, like all of our skilled trades here in Alaska, the pay is very competitive. At an apprentice level, they'll be about 50% of what a journeyman makes it. It's about $20 an hour, like you mentioned. And then as they move up into a journeyman level, we're talking over $40 an hour, plus another $23 an hour in benefits. And it's really taking care of our Alaskan skilled workers and their families.
And having that raise worked in, that's really good.
Yeah, yeah.
So Jim, this trade seems like heavy duty stuff, but it's more than just welding. Kind of explain, we have some welding gear in the back that you can talk us through.
Sure, yeah, it's more than welding. It's kind of a fabrication of fittings and whatnot for ventilation systems. So for us to show you there, we have fittings that we build from scratch, from a flat piece of metal to a 3D object, of course. And you know, there's architectural sheet metal, it's multifaceted. Yeah.
So it's more than just heating, ventilation stuff. I think of like the handrails that you see on staircases, things that are pretty intricate.
It can have a very artistic side, definitely.
Yes.
And any companies hiring for sheet metal workers right now, Carrie-Ann?
Well, mainly there are a lot of companies that are hiring, but they hire directly out of the local union hall, the Sheet Metal Workers 23. But there are other opportunities in construction and mining and shipbuilding across the state.
And training, Jim, training opportunities for people who are watching this right now and, hey, say 20 bucks an hour, not bad starting out. How can they get started with the programs?
Well, you have to go down, fill out an application with Sheet Metal Workers Local 23. And wait to get on the list and so forth. But once you get indentured, you start your 4-year program, 8,000 hours. And again, it's pay as you learn.
And coincidentally, they'll be interviewing for new apprentices starting next week.
Oh, wonderful.
Great opportunity right this week.
Right now.
So if people have questions about sheet metal trades, starting a new career, who can they call, Carrie-Ann?
Well, the lovely Martha Peck is out and about this week in the Kenai Peninsula visiting with students and industry, but she'll be back in the office next week. And of course, people can call the Union Hall directly.